Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. As this year is coming to an end, I've got a really exciting announcement for you. In the new year, starting in January, part of my daily content will be uploaded to Substack and Patreon only. I'm very excited to start working on new interviews there. You will see more written content on those two platforms, and there will be more ways for my subscribers, for you to engage in a subscriber-only chat and in other ways. It will be a really great way to connect with like-minded people. I think it will be a lot of fun. I think you will really enjoy it. I will include the links to my Substack and Patreon in the description box below this video. Make sure that you are subscribed, and I look forward to seeing you on those two platforms. Donald Trump's special envoy will now be tasked with bringing Greenland into the United States. Who is this man and why, despite categorical resistance from Europe as well as the rest of the world, why is Trump so determined to take over this northern island? Right before Christmas, US President Donald Trump decided to revive ambitions dating back to his inauguration days. Chief among them is, of course, taking over Greenland, a territory that belongs to Denmark. In Trump's view, it should belong to America.
We'll have to work it all out. But he felt very strongly we need Greenland for national security. Not for minerals. We have so many sites for minerals and oil and everything. We have more oil than any other country in the world. We need Greenland for national security. And if you take a look at Greenland, you look up and down the coast, you have Russian and Chinese ships all over the place. We need it for national security. We have to have it. And he wanted to lead the charge. So we're making him, Marco, today, a special envoy to Greenland. Greenland's a big deal. Yeah.
Well, this time, however, Trump went beyond generic statements about U.S. national security interests, and he appointed a special envoy for Greenland. The role went to Louisiana Governor Jeff Landry, who immediately said that it would be a great honor for him to do everything that he can, everything possible to bring Greenland into the United States. Jeff understands how important Greenland is to our national security and will vigorously advance our country's interests in ensuring the security, protection, and survival of our allies, and essentially the entire world, Trump said. Europe reacted sharply to that. Greenland's Prime Minister Jens Frederik Nielsen stated that the island must, quote, decide its own fate, and that its, quote, territorial integrity must be respected. Denmark's foreign ministry declared that it would not hand anything over to anyone. Even European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen added that the EU, quote, expresses full solidarity with Denmark and the people of Greenland. Needless to say, Europeans are completely outraged, not only by Trump's rhetoric, but also by the appointment of a special envoy. Above all, they are outraged because this political move signals U.S. recognition of Greenland as effectively a separate territory, a territory that is separate from Denmark. And at the same time, there's not much that Denmark can do about this. Unlike ambassadors, and I'm sure you know this, unlike ambassadors, special envoys can be appointed without consultations with the host country, and they do not require that country's approval to begin their work. The personality of Jeff Landry also matters, and I think this is very, very interesting. He's, of course, not a Greenland expert, and he does not possess outstanding diplomatic skills or experiences. His advantage is based in that he is an absolute Trump loyalist. He is a Trump supporter, and so he got this role. He supports all of the US president's actions effectively, including deploying the National Guard to troubled states, and accordingly, unlike career diplomats, he is likely to take this task that is assigned to him very, very seriously. Now, the question is, why did Trump put the initiative forward at all. There are three possible explanations, and I want to go over all three with you today in this video. So under the first explanation, Trump is simply fulfilling what he promised. This is not only about annexing Greenland itself, but about the Monroe Doctrine 2.0, effectively, that is laid out in the U.S. national security strategy, which justifies American claims to the entire Western Hemisphere. This includes Venezuela, Canada, Mexico, and of course Greenland, which also lies in the Western Hemisphere. Under the second version, Trump genuinely believes that full control over Greenland is necessary for U.S. national security, especially as the United States allegedly prepares to, quote-unquote, withdraw from the Eastern Hemisphere, and if it does do that, it will lose several forward defense lines. In addition to that, an alternative shipping route to the Northern Sea route runs along Greenland's coast, linking East Asia and Western Europe. Needless to say, this is a route that could bring its owner both revenue and control. Finally, whoever owns Greenland gains a significant share of the Arctic continental shelf. In my previous video, I explained in great detail that there is a new, effectively great power competition for the Arctic between Russia and the United States. And this is fascinating. I explained so many details about it in that video. Be sure to check that out next. Under the third version, Trump is being disingenuous when he claims that there are no economic motives behind his interest in the island. Everybody knows that large oil and gas reserves lie off the Greenland's coast. Beyond hydrocarbons, there is much more, including rare earth elements. The EU has a list of 34 critical raw materials, and deposits of 31 of them are found in Greenland. The US list is even larger, about 50 minerals, and Greenland contains deposits of 39 of them. So from a security standpoint, experts also point out that in the event of a global nuclear conflict, Russian ballistic missiles aimed at the United States would fly over Greenland and the North Pole, meaning that the United States could potentially deploy elements of its much publicized Golden Dome missile defense system in Greenland. Whichever of these versions is correct remains to be seen. Most of the island's residents support independence from Denmark, but they still do not want to become part of the United States. They believe that they can support themselves despite the fact that Greenland, with a population of about 60,000 people, has been subsidized by Copenhagen by hundreds of millions of dollars annually. Apparently, Trump is hoping that Jeff Landry, his new envoy, who plans in the near future to, as he says, go to Greenland and talk to people, that he will find a solution. And it might be fair to assume that this might be a solution that is outside the bounds of diplomacy, outside the bounds of political morality, and possibly even outside the bounds of law. Stay tuned. I will keep you updated here on YouTube as well as on my Substack and Patreon. I think this is quite fascinating and very consequential. This is definitely something to be on the lookout for and to be aware of. Thank you so much for watching. Support my work if you haven't already. I appreciate every single one of you who has become a paid subscriber. Thank you so much. Like, subscribe, and share, and I will see you back here soon. Take care.